Oh, hold on. Forget ASMR for the next 10 seconds. This is the face of a man who potentially just ended playoff Butler. I never thought I would see the day.
Yo, Celtics Nation. What it do? Scarecrow, what it do? I am so happy to bring you this Game 6 victory recap video. We deserve it, man. Boston has fought their way back. And as you can see on the screen, I am mixing it up this time from my last reaction video. I got the all-time Celtics versus the all-time Heat. And the Celtics are going to be at home since they earned Game 7 at home. Clawing their way back from down 0-3. Make sure you check the description for different topics we talk about within this video. But yeah, man. Yo, let's just start off with Derrick White. Let's just recap the play, man. So Derrick White is inbounding, alright? Now, the person who was supposed to be guarding Derrick White was Max Strus. Alright, so Max Strus decided not to guard the inbounder and decided to go double Jason Tatum. He basically face guarded Jason Tatum the whole way. And that allowed Derrick White to roam free and crash the board after the missed shot by Marcus Smart. I knew Marcus Smart was gonna miss that. If this was 2K, that joint would have said 72 contested, very late face ass. I don't know why I'm throwing shit at Marcus Smart. He helped us win. And I know I've been talking about trading him for a floor general, but he showed his worth, man. I mean, we already knew his worth, but it looks like we may not need a floor general. But anywho, so I think Max Strus did make the right judgment call in that situation. I probably would have did the same thing. I'm surprised they don't get Jaylen Brown involved in these type of situations. Like, Jaylen Brown was literally on the opposite side of the floor, like he wasn't even part of the action. But yeah, so Marcus Smart missed that BS shot, and then nobody was out to box out Derrick White since Max Strus doubled Tatum. Easy putback, man, with 1/10. Yo, I was watching it because I work at Amazon, and me and my boy was using PTO to watch the game outside, man, on my phone. And I swear to you, when Derrick White got the tip in, it looked late. I watched it in real time. It looked like it was late. I was like, oh man, good hustle, but it's not gonna count, man. And then they said it did, bro. They challenged the play. They added a little. I know there's a whole big controversy as far as Miami Heat fans. They thinking that they altered or rigged the shot clock for the Celtics to win. You guys clearly don't know no rules. When a play is challenged, the whole play is challenged, and you can add or subtract time depending on what you see in an instant replay. But anywho, alright, so let's talk about the whole game now that we got the major play out of the way. Alright, so I thought the Celtics came out very well. Jaylen Brown came out aggressive and was knocking down pull-up mid-ranges, attacking off the dribble. And Jaylen Brown is at his best when he's getting to his dominant hand. When you allow Jaylen Brown to get to his right hand, that he has the footwork, the shooting range, the ability to get off different types of shots, contested shots at that, in tight spaces. So I like the way Jaylen Brown came out. He actually finished with 26 and 10, had a double-double. I didn't even know he had a double-double. I knew he played well, but I didn't peep he had a double-double. Tatum had 30 and 11 or 30 and 12. I knew Tatum was going to have a decent game, and it's crazy because Tatum still hasn't had like a breakout game. He still hasn't dropped 40 in this series yet. Hopefully he does that tonight, and it leads us to a win. But yeah, I like how Jason Tatum, our duo, outplayed Miami's duo. For the first half, it wasn't even close. The only reason why Miami was in was because of Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin was making threes. He reduced it was like a 12 or a 10-point lead, and he brought it down to 5 within like a minute and a half. Caleb Martin, I told y'all in my last video, that man turned into the second coming of Kobe Bryant, bro. And Gabe Vincent is annoying ass, bro. As soon as I knew he was playing and he was healthy, I knew he was gonna do well. I knew Gabe Vincent was gonna be annoying. I knew he was gonna make 1 or 2 limitless threes. He is actually a pretty good distance shooters, even though I wouldn't call him and Kyle Lowry shooters. I think they're scorers. They have range. They both have deep range. They both got limitless range on silver. Facts. But no, our duo significantly outplayed Bam and Jimmy Butler. Like, Boston's duo completely outplayed Miami's in the first half. I think at some point Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown had scored like 20 points combined, and then it said like Jimmy and Bam only scored like 9 points. It was ridiculous. They were getting worked. I've been saying since game 1, especially once we went down 3-0, but after game 1 even, I said, hey yo, why is Jason Tatum not guarding Jimmy Butler? Did y'all see what he did to KD in the first round last year? You're telling me he can guard one of the greatest scorers ever, but can't guard Jimmy Butler? Now, I do recognize that Jimmy Butler elevates his scoring in the playoffs, but come on, if you can guard KD, you can guard Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler just has a different type of pace and craftiness, but I knew Tatum could lock his ass up, and ever since Tatum has been on Butler, Butler has not looked nearly as aggressive. I don't know why we kept switching these little ass guards on Jimmy Butler. That's easy. He could just shoot over the top of them, post them up, post fade over either shoulder. You're literally begging for Jimmy Butler to work you if you put a person on him who's under 6'5", especially if they have a small frame and they're not big body like Malcolm Brogdon or Marcus Smart. You're just asking for it. Now, I do realize we do have some pretty elite defensive guards, but still, I don't like to see people on him. The only person that should be on Jimmy Butler is Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and a little bit of Derrick White, because Derrick White made second team all defense and he led the league. I think he was top 3 in shot blocking at the guard position, or I think he may have gotten the most blocks at the guard position. But yeah, man, Derrick White is like the only small guard I would want on him, and I really don't even want Derrick White on Jimmy Butler. Honestly, it's still a major mismatch in Butler's favor. So I think the fact that our defense, we found our identity on the defensive end again. We're playing defense like how we did last year. And last year I thought we were going to be unbeatable until the Warriors beat us. But thank God there's no Warriors in the playoffs left. But yeah, one thing I noticed about us, our defense gets our offense in rhythm. I noticed that in the Philly series. I mean, it's been like that all season, but especially in the Philly series, that was evident. When Jason Tatum was struggling in Game 6, what was it that ignited his offense in those last few minutes where he scored like 4 threes back to back to back to back? It was his defense. He was getting blocks, chase down blocks, defensive rebounds. Jason Tatum, when he's doing bad on the offensive end, it's usually his defense that gets his offense going. And that's how I feel like we played as a team. Our defense is increasing our offense. It's giving us better looks in transition. It's letting us get a bucket before our opponent's defense sets up, which is crucial because we like to push the base, and we love to shoot threes. One thing I wish we would shoot less threes because we're so good at taking it to the rack. We have Jaylen Brown and Tatum. I wish that we would take less threes. Actually, not a significant amount, but it's like maybe like 5 to 7 less threes. Because when we get downhill, we are unguardable. No one can stop us in transition, and then we have shooters all over the place when we get triple penetration. So I think we need to attack the rim early and then let our shooters feed off that energy and then get the outside shot going as the game goes on. Okay, so let me talk about my original prediction. Now, my original prediction in my playoff bracket video, I said Celtics in 6. Then when the Celtics went down 0-3, I said Heat in 6. I didn't come back and change it back to Celtics when we tied it or when we won a game or two. I said we would lose in 6. Hey, at least y'all gotta give me credit for saying that we wouldn't get swept even when we were down 0-3. Even when we were down 1-3 in 0-3. I said, we're gonna take this to 6 games. You gotta give me credit for that. Now, I didn't think we would win Game 6. I thought it would be a hard-fought battle, but I did not think we were gonna come out as Game 6 successful or victorious, rather. And they did it, man. I told you the only way we were gonna win Game 6 was a miracle shot or a Jason Tatum 40 ball, and it was the miracle shot, man. But I knew it would take something of that magnitude for us to win. I knew we couldn't just play average or play hard and expect to win. I knew it would take some type of big game from somebody, from Tatum, or just a huge miracle shot like the one you saw from Derrick White. So I did say Heat in 6, so I guess I was wrong because I jumped off the bandwagon. Well, not the bandwagon, but I changed my pick once we went down 0-3. I said Heat in 6, but I knew we wouldn't get swept. You gotta give me credit for that, because I could have said, oh, this is over, we're done, it's over. But I said, nah, we're gonna definitely win a couple games. But they proved me wrong, man. I'm happy, man. We gotta get this Game 7 victory. Now, the way we do that, like I said, attack the paint. It starts on the defensive end. Continue to put Jason Tatum on Jimmy Butler. Do not talk any trash to Jimmy. Don't say nothing to Jimmy. I don't want Grant Williams. I don't care if we make 5 or 10 threes in a row. Don't nobody say ish to Jimmy, alright? Because I don't need him turning up. Bam has been inconsistent, and it looks like the Miami Heat role players are starting to come back to earth a little bit. Caleb Martin is still balling, but it's starting to come back to earth. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go